Hey Scratchers! In this tutorial, we'll learn how to create a dynamic health bar in Scratch. The health bar will change as the player's health goes up or down. Here's the plan. We'll use a sprite with 6 costumes to visually represent the health levels. Let's get started. First, let's create a sprite for the health bar. You'll need 6 costumes, each one representing a different health level, from full health to no health. You can draw these costumes in the Scratch costume editor. Costume 1 should show a full health bar. Costume 6 should show an empty health bar. Next, we'll write the code to make the health bar dynamic. Here's how. Create a variable named line. This variable will track the health level of our sprite. When the green flag is clicked, set line to 5. This means the player starts with almost full health. Use the forever block. Inside the forever loop, we'll make the health bar sprite switch to the correct costume using this block. Switch costume to line +1. The +1 ensures it selects the right costume since Scratch starts counting costumes from 1. Use the go to player block to make sure the health bar always follows the player sprite dot next comma. We'll make sure the health bar is positioned correctly above the player. To do this, use the change Y by block. Start by trying a value like 10. If the health bar is too far or too close to the player, tweak this value slightly until it looks just right. Keep testing until you find the perfect spot. Now let's make the health bar respond to gameplay. You can use this code to adjust the health bar during the game. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a sprite that represents an obstacle, like a rock or a fireball. When the player touches this obstacle, we want the health to decrease by 1. Here's how you can code it. Use the when green flag clicked block to start the game dot, add a forever loop to constantly check if the player sprite is touching the obstacle dot inside the loop, add an if block with a condition. If touching, obstacle sprite. Inside the if block, add change line by -1. To prevent the health from going below 0, use another if block. If line 0, set line to 0. Now let's say you have a sprite for a health pack. When the player collects this health pack, we'll increase the health by 1. Here's the code for that. Drag the when flag clicked block from the events menu to your workspace. Next, drag a forever block from the control section. This ensures that the code inside it keeps running as long as the program is active. Now, let's add some interactivity. Drag an if block from the control section and place it inside the forever loop. In the condition slot, add the touching ball sensing block. This will make the program respond whenever the sprite touches the ball. Next, add the action. Change line by 1. This will increase the line variable by 1 each time the sprite touches the ball. Here's an important step. We need to make sure the variable doesn't exceed a certain value. Add another if block right after the first one. In the condition slot, use line 5. If this condition is true, we'll reset line back to 5 by using the set line to 5 block. As the final touch, we'll add a set size to 50% block. Place this inside the second if block. To improve the performance of our code, there are a few things we need to add. First, let's make the variable easier to control by changing it to a slider type. To do this, right-click on the variable display in the stage area, choose Slider, and set its range to match the number of costumes we have. This will prevent the variable from increasing endlessly and will align it with the number of costumes we need to ensure our duck starts in the correct position when the game begins. Find the starting position of the duck, then at the very beginning of the code, right after the green flag is clicked, add a go to X, Y block with the starting coordinates. Let's make sure the duck has a specific size at the beginning. Add a set size block right after the go to XY block. This will reset the duck's size every time the game starts dot. Before making these adjustments, you can click the green flag and observe what happens. Then, add the suggested blocks and test the code again to see the difference. Let me know in the comments what changes or improvements you noticed after adding these enhancements. Let's quickly review the full code. As you can see, the health bar changes dynamically based on what happens in the game. You can try these examples or create your own events to make the game more exciting. And that's it. You now have a fully functioning health bar for your sprite in Scratch. If you found this tutorial helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow Scratchers, And don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials. See you in the next one.